Victor grew up in a small village in Africa, surrounded by vast fields of crops and livestock. From a young age, he loved watching farmers work. He marveled at how tiny seeds grew into tall crops that fed the whole village. His grandfather, a respected farmer in his youth, often told him stories of how farming had sustained their family for generations. Victor dreamed of following in his grandfather's footsteps, but his parents had different plans. They wanted him to become a banker or a doctor, professions that paid well and brought respect. They told him farming was for poor people, that it was backbreaking work with little reward. You must choose a better life, his father often said. Farming will only bring you suffering. But Victor's heart was set on farming. He secretly visited nearby farms, watching and learning. He read books on modern farming methods and attended village workshops. The more he learned, the more his passion grew. When the time came for Victor to go to university, he told his parents he wanted to study agriculture. His father's face darkened. "We will not waste our money on such nonsense," his mother said. "If you want to study farming, find your own way." Victor pleaded, explaining how modern farmers were making a good living. But his parents refused. They would only pay if he studied banking or medicine. Heartbroken, Victor had no choice but to drop out. His dreams of university faded, but he refused to let go of his love for farming. With nowhere to turn, he took a job as a farm laborer. The work was tough, and the pay was barely enough for food. But Victor was determined. Every day, he worked on the farm, learning from experienced farmers. He asked questions, took notes, and experimented with different farming methods. Though life was hard, he did not complain. He saw every struggle as a lesson, every failure as a chance to grow. After months of hard work, Victor saved up enough money to rent a small piece of land. It was not much, just a patch of dry soil, but to Victor, it was a kingdom. He cleared the land, tilled the soil, and planted his first crops. The sun was hot and his hands ached, but he did not stop. Day and night, he tended to his farm, watering the plants and protecting them from pests. At first, things were difficult. The rain did not come when expected, and some crops died. But Victor did not give up. He learned to store rainwater and used natural methods to fight pests. Slowly, his farm began to grow. Victor started selling his produce at the local market. Customers were amazed by the quality of his vegetables. Some even traveled from the city to buy from him. Word spread about the young farmer who had defied his parents and built something from nothing. Despite his growing success, Victor faced many challenges. A sudden drought dried up his water supply, and one season, a flood washed away half his crops. Some nights, he lay awake, wondering if his parents had been right. Maybe farming was too difficult. Maybe he should have studied banking. But deep down, he knew he could not give up. He found new ways to protect his crops, learned about irrigation, and worked even harder. His persistence paid off. His farm survived, and each year, his harvest grew bigger. Then, something unexpected happened. The government launched a new program to help young farmers, and then Victor was invited to a special workshop. He could hardly believe it. The same people who once laughed at farming were now looking for ways to support farmers like him. At the workshop, Victor learned modern farming techniques, how to improve soil, increase crop yields, and market his produce better. The government even gave him a grant to expand his farm. With the support, Victor's farm grew faster than ever. He bought better tools, hired workers, and started rearing livestock. His small farm transformed into one of the best in the region. More customers came, and soon he was supplying fresh produce to big markets in the city. His success surprised everyone, especially his parents. His father, once ashamed of farming, now boasted about his son's achievements. His mother, who once called farming a poor man's job, now enjoyed the food from Victor's farm. As the years passed, Victor's reputation grew. He was invited to speak at conferences, teaching others how to succeed in farming. Young people, once uninterested in agriculture, now saw it as a promising career. Victor used his wealth to build a beautiful house and bought a car, things his brothers, who studied banking and medicine, could not afford. Contrary to their previous thought, Victor's brothers struggled to find jobs. They often came to Victor for financial help, and he gladly assisted them. Despite his success, Victor remained humble. He started a foundation to help young farmers, providing training, seeds, and tools. He believed no one should be denied their dreams just because of other people's expectations. Victor's parents, now older and wiser, finally saw their mistake. They apologized for not supporting him and asked for his forgiveness. Victor forgave them with a smile. Instead of holding on to anger, he built them a beautiful home and took care of them in their old age. His story spread across the country, inspiring many. He had proven that with passion, hard work, and perseverance, success was possible no matter the obstacles. Victor's farm became a model for sustainable farming, expanding into dairy, poultry, and food processing. He created jobs, improved lives, and changed the way people saw farming. Through it all, he never forgot where he started. The lesson of Victor's story is clear: believe in yourself, even when no one else does. Follow your dreams, no matter the obstacles. And most importantly, parents should support their children's passions instead of forcing them into careers they do not love. Victor's journey teaches us that success is not about choosing a job that looks prestigious, it is about doing what you love and doing it well. I hope you learned something today. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring tales.